Do you want to create this stunning bubu with circle patch design in under 1 hour? No complicated patterns needed. Hey everyone, it's Molyn, and today I'm showing you my first free method to sew this beautiful trendy piece. Let's get started. So guys, here on my work table, I already have my crepe and it's 2 yards in emerald green. You know the length is by 60, so that would be enough for this bubu. And I also have my Ankara fabric leftover pieces, so it does not necessarily mean that you have to go and look for how to buy certain type of fabric just to achieve this style. I just make use of all the leftovers I had. Now I'm going to open this and fold it into 4. Okay, the first fold is just for the front and the second fold is going to be for the back, so I just folded it once to have the same pattern for that of the front and the back, but the only difference will be on the neckline. So I place my measuring tape this way to determine the wideness I'm going to need for this, and then I rule the line as you can see with the ruler, so that is going to serve as the starting line, and on that line I'm going to come down here by 1 inch, so I'll just mark 1 inch here, and that is going to be the depth, and for the width I have 3 inches standard. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and curve this with my hand just the way you see me doing, and after which I'll go in again and measure 9 inches for the front neckline. So the depth for the front neckline is 9 inch. You can do 8 inch if you want it to be less opened. Then I went ahead to connect it into the width of 3 inches, and after which I'm just going to curve it a little bit like this, just give it a semi V neckline. And then for the shoulder I have 8 inches. Okay, half of the shoulder measurement is 8 inches, and the rest of what you can see there is about 10 inches, which is for the sleeve, though I'm going to add additional layer of fabric for the sleeve, making it about 12 to 13 inches. So I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope on that area, and then I connected it into a straight line using the ruler. So this fabric you're going to need for this tutorial is supposed to be heavy and not lightweight. It's supposed to be medium weight. Okay, I don't mean like heavy. So placing my measuring tape this way, I went down by about 10 inches for my chest line, and then on that point I pivoted it outward like this to get the circumference of my body. Okay, so my body measurement I'm going to be using is my hip circumference, which is the widest part of my body, and then I'm going to be adding extra 2 inches for ease allowance and 1 inch for sewing allowance, making it a total of about 3 inches. So that is the measurement I'm going to be using all through the body measurement of this bubu dress. In some cases, most ladies' body measurements are determined by their bust, so that way you can afford to use the bust measurement instead. So go ahead and use the bust circumference and add 3 inches, but you can differ from that. You can use any allowance you want for that. So mine is 3 inches, and then I just went ahead to connect the rest of this part to the sleeve, and then I curved it this way. Now the sleeve measurement is about 9 inch for the opening, and then I'm just going to duplicate all the measurements I got for my body measurement all the way down to the length of this dress. And after that, I'm going to use my ruler to connect the lines and then cut it out. After cutting out the shoulder, the next thing I did was to cut out the back neckline first of all, and then I opened up the sleeve, and then the next thing I did was to cut the sides out. So this dress needs to have pockets. Now if you don't have a lot of fabric and you are using 2 yards like me, please ensure you save this fabric and don't split them open, so that way you can have enough fabric for the pocket. Okay, so now I'm just going to open up this part and remove the back piece, and then place the front piece again to cut out the front neckline. So guys, I also went ahead to cut out the facing for the necklines. So for the back pattern I have 2.5 inches width of facing. Okay, and then for the front I also have 2.5 inches width of facing, but just that we have a V neckline, I had to join the middle to achieve a V neckline facing. So you can see how it is. I'll go ahead now and just align everything with the right sides facing each other. Okay, just gently place it this way and then pin it in place and stitch by 1/2 inch all the way from both sides. Okay, and after which you're going to repeat the same thing on the back of the neckline. So I'm going to stitch that off camera and also press and iron it very well. And as for our Ankara patch design, I'm going to be cutting it out very soon. So guys, before you turn your Ankara facing on the neckline, go ahead and knot the semicircle part of the back, and then turn to the front and top stitch towards the facing by 1/4 inch. So go ahead and also weave the rough edges, though this fabric doesn't fray. So I've cut out the pockets. Okay, you guys know that cutting of pockets is not that hard, so do also check other videos of bubu tutorials on my channel, because I have a full clip that includes the pocket cutting and stitching. The next thing you're going to do now is to attach the pocket. Okay, so measure where you want your pocket to get to, placing your measuring tape on the shoulder, and then measure about 24 inches, which is 2 inches above the normal hip line. Okay, so for my hip line I have 26 inches. Going upwards by 2 inches, I will have my pocket sitting at 24 inches upward. And once you are sure that you've marked where your pocket want to sit, go ahead and just stitch it together. Okay, place them right side to right side facing each other and stitch. And now we are heading over to the patches you're going to use for the Ankara design. All you need to do is to fold your fabric this way. Okay, as you can see, I have little pieces of fabric for that, so fold twice and then you need to fold it this way to get a square shape. Okay, now this method is going to enable you to cut out 2 pieces of circle from each Ankara pieces. Now go ahead and just check the radius you want to use. For me, I'll be making use of 3 inches. Okay, so place your tape this way and then mark 3 inches on both sides all the way to the middle, and just place it as you go and then mark 3 inches. And after you're done marking, all you need to do now is just to go ahead and cut it out. So I've got 2 circles. I'm going to duplicate it on other Ankara prints. So this is what I got. I also went ahead to cut out a lining piece for each of them, and then I'm just going to head over to the sewing machine now and just make a stitches. Okay, I'll make round stitches by half of an inch and then close everything up entirely, and then that way we'll have them fused together. You can go ahead and insert your hemming gum and then press it before stitching them. This is what I got after I was done stitching everything up, and as you can see, I've closed everything up. The next thing I'm going to do is to trim out the excesses, so that way I won't be having any unclean and rough edges. So after trimming this down, you discover that the size automatically shifts from 6 inches to about 5 inches. So this is what I have. This is the difference. I'll go ahead and do the rest. And then the last thing I need to do is to pipe it with my bias. Okay, so for this we'll be needing a black bias. Go ahead and just fold it this way to cover the rough edges. Okay, the one that you just trimmed, and carefully stitch it on the machine, and this is what you get after you're done. So I'll go ahead now and just arrange this the way I want it to be. So you just need to take your time and assemble them to know how you want to place your designs. Now I am done with the neckline for both the front and the back, and as you can see, I've gone ahead to press it on the ironing board, and you can see how beautiful and clean it is. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do now is to add our Ankara patch design on the front piece, and after I am done, that's when we are going to join the shoulders. So just go ahead and place your front piece with the right side facing upward. Okay, as you can see, I've also joined the pockets. So I'll go ahead and just place the patches one after the other in the design I want. You can go ahead and just assemble it on the lower side or on the right or on the left. You can follow your own style, but for me, I would like to assemble it in the middle. Okay, just the way you see me doing. Some people like to arrange theirs at the upper left or the lower left or right. So the next thing you're going to do now after you're done arranging is just to place your hemming gum under each of the patches. Iron them thoroughly and then pin them in place before stitching them on the machine. So when you're stitching, go ahead to follow each circle, just stitch everything following the border line. So this is what it looks like after I was done stitching, and as you can see, I've also joined the shoulders, and what is left to work on now is the sleeve. So this sleeve is actually smaller than the actual sleeve I was aiming for, so I went ahead to cut out another piece of fabric, and I'm going to stitch it this way. This fabric is 4 inches wide, which was gotten from the leftovers when I was trimming the sides. I'll also go ahead and close the sides after stitching the sleeve. So just go ahead and align them like this with the right sides facing each other. Then all you have to do now is just to go ahead and stitch by 1 inch, and when you get to the pocket, go around by half of an inch and then continue stitching by 1 inch all the way to the end. So you will not get to the end entirely, just stop from about 20 inches before the end of the dress, so that way your legs can move freely. So I'm just going to do that and get back to you. So guys, this is what I have after I was done. So you can see that the pocket has been stitched, and I've closed the sides and also added my sleeves. And then on the lower part, like I was explaining earlier, you can see the slits that we'll have there. Okay, and then I also went ahead to hem the lower part. So with that being said, we've come to the end of the tutorial. I'll see you guys on my next video.